Hi, everyone. So many people still get mixed up between megabats and microbats and what megabats eat to what microbats eat. So I thought maybe this might help you. So James is going to demonstrate what flying foxes eat. So when you first get them into care, they don't eat fruit. They only have milk. Now, it all depends on what group you're with or what you feel comfortable with. It's all up to the individual carer. What works for them, great. So, anyways, I use Wombaroo. It's worked for me. It's worked for my babies. I've never had a problem with it. So I stick with what I know. So a lot of them will have maybe goat's milk, or different types, even baby powders people use. But you have to add calcium with those. And I did that the first year, and I found that the poop was neon orange, and it was like you had to really make sure that you didn't give them too much or it was going to be a problem. So this way, all you have to do is add water with the Wombaroo, and it's fast, easy, and you no dramas. So, anyways, they're on milk till they're about 6 weeks old. So from there, we give them apple. And as I explained before, it's because that's what they'll have out in the wild. That's what their fruit will taste like, more so than any other. So you want them used to that so that they don't go out in the wild and go, "Ooh, yuck, this is awful. I want the good stuff." You want them to like apple. So you could give them a little bit of apple juice. What we do is 10% juice and the rest water, because juice is a lot of sugar, and you don't want to do that to your baby. So we do 10%. So it looks like basically a light tea color. So they get a little bit of juice, but once you also start giving them juice, they don't want to have their milk. So you try to hold off on juice for a while until they're weaned, which will be at about 11 weeks. We start weaning them. So they have apple. That's the majority of their fruit. Now, a lot of people think, oh, give them a banana, give them an orange. Those are fruits you don't want to give your babies. The reason is bananas have no juice in them, and they'll constipate the baby. So when you say you don't bananas, I was told from day one, don't give your babies bananas. Bananas aren't something you want to give a dehydrated animal or a baby. So bananas, no. Oranges is too citry. They will eat oranges if they're starving. So only when they're starving will they or should eat oranges. So don't give your babies oranges. They like pears. Pears always a nice little treat. Grapes, of course, are a nice little treat. They like pawpaw. We try to stay away from the stone fruit. So you don't want to really give them plums or nectarines, anything like that. And give them mangoes, but for one, it's what you've been told, and it's always two different things. I was told that the fibrous gets into their intestines and could hurt them. But I think it depends on the way you cut the mango also. So mangoes are okay if they're a little bit older, but not for when they're 6 weeks old. So there's and papa, like I said, is always really nice. They really like that, and it's something that grows a lot around here. It's just about, well, when I lived where I used to live before, it was in everybody's backyard. I had about 6, 7, and I used to sit and watch the bats eat from my papa trees constantly, or papaya, whatever you want to call them. And so that's basically what you want to stay with. Mostly apple, pear. I'm trying this. It's called candy melon. Never tried it before. They like cantaloupe or rock melon. They like that. I've never had one that's liked watermelon. That's my goal this year, is to see if my kids will eat watermelon. But that's kind of what we feed them. So when they're 6 weeks old, they still get their bottles, but we give them the steamed fruit, and until they're about 8 weeks old, then you don't have to unpeel it or anything. You give it to them straight, and they love it. And I think he's very interested in the candy melon. I've never heard of a candy melon, and I've had honeydew and all that. They like that. But I always feel bad for them. And my son always said this too. You give them these cantaloupes and honeydews and watermelons, things they'll never ever be able to get in the wild. So these are the things that, it's kind of nice to give them, but it's kind of cruel in a way too. Another one that you shouldn't give them is strawberries because of the seeds. So you just have to kind of think, could this upset their tummies or could? Now, in juice, Ribena, they love it. If you just if you have a wild bat and you give them Ribena, you will be their friend for life. They will love you. So that's always a great, if you want them not to get scared, you give them a little, and you can see it's very clear because you add the water. So it's not straight up juice. You don't give them straight up juice. So they just love it. So that's basically what we feed them and how they progress to at the end just eating fruit. And they also drink, like you could give them mango juice or pear juice, other juices too. I like to give them a variety, a little bit of everything, and some they prefer, and every bat is different. Some like mango and some prefer pear. So you do, you find out what your bat likes and that's what you go with. So if you have any questions about feeding or anything like that, please feel free to ask me. I'm more than happy to help you understand what they eat and everything. So as you know, and I'll explain again, these guys are not the bug eaters. They're the pollen and nectar eaters. So and fruit eaters. So that's what these guys are. They're not the bug eaters. I'm sure a bug gets in there every so often, but they are the nectar and pollen and fruit eaters. So because they do all the pollinating. So this is like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to, like James said, don't forget to subscribe to us, and get the word out how wonderful bats are. So have a good day. Bye.